Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to good old RAF Lossiemouth. If you watch the streams, you know this is our base, and this is of course the beautiful H145 from High Performance Group. And there in the background we have a Typhoon just taking off. Although I don't have the Typhoon in the Sims, so I just tend to get a lot of Airbuses flying around, which is always interesting. But anyway, so what we're going to do tonight is, if you watched the streams the other night, we were using the pure randomness of the Random and Anywhere mod. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to, firstly anyway, and depending on time, we might do more than one mission. Firstly, we're going to do a custom search and rescue mission, the kind of search and rescue mission that the Sea Kings of 202 Squadron would have done from this spot here at RAF Lossiemouth. And of course, this is the repaint by Demo Designs of, get the right one, that Sea King that's on my wall there, X-Ray Zulu 588, and also in real life, there she is, looked after by Historic Helicopters. She really is a beautiful machine. And she's still flying, and thanks to Historic Helicopters, she's being looked after very nicely. So that's what we're going to be doing, flying this helicopter on a search and rescue mission using the Davierosoft Random and Anywhere mod. We are also going to be using the M. Gonzalez sound pack for the H145, which just gives you some better H145 sounds, and also the Kickers voice mod, which gives you better quality voices, and also it has a kind of a radio effect to it as well, which is a little bit more immersive. What else have we got? We've got the Epic Falls helipads for Scotland, so depending on which hospital we end up going to, there's a good chance that that will be one of his helipads being used. And probably most importantly, if you watch the recent streams, I've talked about it a bit, and certainly if you use Random and Anywhere yourself, you've probably seen it on their Discord. But we're using the Kickers OSM server. Now, I saw evening all. I've just seen the people in the chat. Good to see you all. By the way, while I'm still waffling, because there's a bit more time, EGQS RAF Lossiemouth, if you want to fly along, you won't see the mission assets, but you know, it's a magical mystery tour wherever we end up. Although the first mission is going to be a little bit less random. Spoiler alert, we're going into the mountains. Then Western Europe server, and you're more than welcome to fly along. So yeah, I saw the question there, Dom. I recently bought the H145 and downloaded Random and Anywhere. Do I have to buy the OSM thing for it to work? No. You don't have to buy the OSM thing. The problem at the moment with the OSMs that are available are they are public OSMs that are used to store OpenStreetMaps data, and they're getting hammered by all sorts of applications. It's not just this, obviously, it's other things as well. So they're a little bit busy, and sometimes it takes them some time to respond to the mod, and the mod's got a timeout function so that if it doesn't hear back from the data from the server after a period of time, then it goes, okay, it's unreachable, and your mission fails. You can try keep doing next mission, and that might help you, but the beauty of the Kickers OSM server, which is it's a minimum, I say minimum because you can give more if you want, but I think the minimum is something like €1 a month. And when I checked just before, there was still another 60, I think it was 60 API keys available. So a huge thank you to Kickers for doing that. Essentially what it does is it gives us a almost like a private toll road to be able to pull all this data that's needed for the missions. It's needed because if it's going to do a you know, like an injured skier, it needs to look at the OSM data to say, okay, there's a ski slope, or there's a mountain slope, or there's a ski lift, and use that kind of logic to be able to place the mission assets. It's incredibly clever. It just blows my mind. But anyway, hopefully, Dom, that has answered your question. No, you don't need to buy it, but if you want a much better mission build success rate, and also it's just a little bit snappier, then you know, that's one way to go. Anyway, I'm going to try not to talk too much about. I'm conscious that every time I stream this, I possibly go into a lot of detail about the mod, and I'm going to try not to do that so much tonight, because I know a lot of you that are watching have probably watched it before, so you've heard all that. But please, if you do have any questions, stick them in the chat. The chat is there. It's on that screen up there. I can see it. I can behold it in front of me. And if you have any questions, then please do feel free to ask. Also, we have a Discord. Streamlabs has popped the link up into the top there in the chat. So, and if you're watching this on the recorded version, then the Discord link is down below. But anyway, I'll see you there. Right, in the meantime, let me just do a couple of things, because we need to get that set up. Oh yeah, just in case you are new, let's have a look. I'll show you where we are. Come on. There we go. Make that the active screen. That might help. So, we are here at RAF Lossiemouth, and this is where the 202 squadron actually operated from. I should say I don't think he's here at the moment. If he does come in, I will have to thank him. I was using the most updated version of RAF Lossiemouth that didn't have animated HASs in, and he pointed out that actually the updated version with the animations has got a lot more detail. So thanks to him, I downloaded it last night, and it's kind of transformed quite a few areas, but notably this area here that we're operating from, you can see we're on the other side of the hangar, and there's just more stuff around. So I kind of like it. I'm going to keep doing it. Peter, how you doing? SR4SE, is it always RAF you do? It is always RAF I do. Not necessarily. I have done other things in the past, but this is the kind of theme, as it were, because I tend to fly from here, and I used to live here in the mid-80s for a few years, and it's rather close to my heart. So there you go. But if you look back on the channel, I do fly from other places. It's just that at the moment I'm having a rare opportunity to stream quite a bit this week, so there's a fair bit of RAF Lossiemouth and Highlands stuff going on. Right, so let's get you sorted out. Let's get... oh, interesting. Okay. Boom. Boom. Blop. There we go. Thank God for that. And we can also, I'm pleased to say, get rid of me. There we go. You don't need to see me. You want to see the cockpit. So here we go. There's fire section over there, just in case. But nothing should go wrong. SR4 SE. There are NPAS repaints, but there aren't NPAS missions. So this is the this is kind of air ambulance search and rescue functionality that we've got here, not police. Aidan, how you doing? Right, okay. Let's get things going. So first things first, let's open the tablet, because we need to do that first to get the mission running. Let me just lock off my head tracking, because sometimes it's difficult to find the click spot. There we go, random and everywhere. I should say on the flightsim.to page it's called random and anywhere, and on the Discord and in the tablet it's called random and everywhere. So I may refer to both. Okay, so that's good. That's telling me my Kickers OSM API key is active, so that's all working. So brilliant. Okay, we're in. So there's Frank, our ground crew. we're going to do a custom location mission. But what I'm going to do first is we'll get that started. Oh, that reminds me. I want to get rid of the smoke. It's been a long time since I turned the smoke off a long time ago. And I wonder if it's there. I had to reinstall everything. I'll tell you why when we get in the air. Destination location options. But one of the things it did was that it automatically turned on the smoke signal when you get to the location. Maybe it's not in there. I can't remember. Because I only did it once when I initially installed all this and I've not had to change it since. Is it in ground ops? Kit configuration. It's not in there. Where on earth is it? Let's come back in. Oh, I think I know where it is. Because I literally had to reinstall everything. I wonder if it's in here. Setup. Somewhere there's a setting for smoke, and I've always had it turned off. Always. Yeah. I cannot remember where on earth it was. Let's have another look in here. No. It's not there. It's not there. Not there. I don't think it's in here. Is it up there? Smoke, there we go. Mission smoke flares off. Mission map update rate high. And we've got the Kickers OSM. That's all good. Okay, cool. We're back on. I just really wanted to turn that off. I don't like having the mission smoke on. Because I think it kind of takes it's meant to make it easier for you to find your casualty, but I prefer to not have that because it's a tad unrealistic. Anyway, so we've done that. We've got that set up. Let's go back into this. We'll go single player, and now we can turn our mission radio on. And to do that, we need our battery on. As always, if you need any sound, there's two different. There's my voice, and there's obviously the sim sounds. And if anything is too loud, then do please let me know. Okay, so let's have the radio on. Quick look over here. Power up test OK. So we'll acknowledge that. Let's quickly come up here, and we will do a lamp test. So all the lights, annunciator is absolutely fine. That's all good. We'll come back up here, and then just for fun, Santa sleigh. Yep, that's all good. I'm kind of rushing through this a bit, but you get the gist. Okay, so quick check over here, checking my physical controls. They're all good, and we are ready to connect. So I press that button, and this is our mission radio. It connects us to the rescue center. I'm doing it again, aren't I? I'm talking all through it.
Hey, good morning all. Ready for the missions?
Where are they? Where are they? Here they come. Here's the crew. Good morning, Frank. Walking out from the hangar. Look at that. The RAF just walks through the door. Doesn't need to open the door. Just walks through the door. Good morning. So just looking down here. Oh, nice. We've got a Huey. Who's that? Mike Kilo. Good to see you again. Always good to see a familiar name. Love that, Huey.
Hi, Captain.
So we got a mission.
Is ready to fly. Logbook filled and signed.
I forgot. Okay,
Fuel
we're not going to do that.
Almost full.
Okay, let me.
If you need refueling, please ask.
All right, Sunshine.
Thank you, Frank.
There you go. So that was me on automatic. Lads, trying to talk. That was me on automatic pilot. So you can see is given as a random mission, and it's a patient experiencing acute heart failure symptoms, and we could crack on with that. But we're not going to do that because we're going to do some search and rescue because that's what we're here for. So I am going to, let me just bring that in there. So we're going to go custom mission, and we are going to select a mission. We are going to do search and rescue. Let's have a look. Call about missing hiker. Search and rescue is required. Call about missing climber on a glacier. There's no glaciers. Person in the woods. We're going to do the hiker. I think that's probably the best one. Select this mission. Come on. Reporting missing. Search and rescue is required. Okay, we'll go variant 3 just for the hell of it. And we will go custom location. We're going to set the custom location, and I'm going to use the old mappage, and we will go, let's see, let's go into the mountains proper. We'll go over this way, I think. Come on. There we go. Accept destination. So that's now going to give us a search area. I don't know where the casualty is going to be, but it's going to give us a search area in that location. Okay, start selected mission at custom location is marked in green, and we'll do that. Get the click spot. There we go. So that's all good. That's now
strapping down the equipment. Stand by for confirmation.
That's now loading in.
Cabin secured. All set to proceed.
There you go. At least one injured. Search and rescue of a missing person after hike has been requested. So that shows us that that's come through nicely. It's not telling us we need to pick up mountain rescue. Sometimes it'll tell you that you need to get mountain rescue, but we're not getting that for this mission. So we will go with that. Okay, ready to start the engines. So last time I think we did 2-1. This time we'll do 1-2. So 1,
preparing for engine
2.
starting sequence. 1-2.
Quickly check the battery. Battery's good. Got another Huey. Evening, Platty. Good to see you again.
Area clear. Ready to start engine 1.
Okay, engine 1 to idle. So we've got M1 rising, TOT rising, all good there.
GPU disconnected. Ready to go. Good day.
There's Frank, off he goes, walking his GPU away. This is actually my favourite kind of mission, because it is that traditional 202 squadron going off into the hills.
Engine started successfully. Moving to other engine. Engine clear.
Okay, so engine 2 to idle. M1 rising, TOT rising, and all pressure is rising. If we look over here, waiting information about rescue vehicles presence and symptoms amputated hand.
All engines started successfully.
Well, that's a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? Okay, he's doing his leak checks.
Hold on, performing leak checks.
Yeah, I just said that. We'll get everything up and running. VCS there, pitot heat on. Leave those as they are. Light's good today, so I'm not worried about that. We'll have the strobe light and the landing light on. They're all set correctly. Let's get a little bit of heat. Okay. Now, we're not going to be using the GTN-XI for nav, but they are an integral part of the aircraft, so we do have to do a couple of things.
Okay, all
TOS, system test okay.
So, first of all, I need to go to, if you go back, see that line is white and we've got no distance information there. So, to correct that, we have to select MSFS in the TDS Sim GTN-XI bit there, so that's all set up. And then also we have to cycle the Garmin GTN-XI homepage. No idea why, but there you go. We've now got distance, and that line will turn blue. There it goes. It's turned blue. Okay, enunciator panel, nothing to worry about. Engines are amber, if you like, because we've got them in idle. So I think we're ready to go. Happy in the back? Happy in the back. There he is, Doc with his sunglasses as always. Right, let's get engines to flight. Two good engines, and now we can get the autopilot systems ready to go. They're all good, and again, annunciator panel is clear, everything else is clear. Wind is coming from that direction and it's only 5 knots, so I'm going to lift and head up over that way into wind, and then we can get cracking and head to the hills. Nothing I like more. Okay, Frank's ready, we're ready, let's go. So trim release on. Quick cover check. All is good. Watch out for the big mast there. Do not want to prang into that. Oh, hello. Did I say that was a Huey? I must be losing my marbles. It must be Wednesday and a work week.
VTOS.
A very busy work week because my brain is fried.
VY.
Okay, we're all good. Okay, just watching the speed. Don't want to over talk. Let's get some height in. Oh, there is if you know Lossie and you haven't seen this, there's Duffer's Castle.
Don't sink.
I think that comes with the Orbeck scenery. The Orbeck's POI North Pack. Amazed that that is part of it, that someone's actually thought to model that tiny little castle. Okay, let's keep climbing. It's brightened up a bit from when I set up the stream. It was looking quite murky, but this is not too bad. So we're flying live weather. Obviously we're not flying live time, but this is live weather. Now, something I am going to do is I'm going to close my little nav map. There we go. And I'm closing that because I'll be able to see the mission assets on the map, so it will show me where the casualty is, which obviously I don't want to see, because that's the whole, that would kind of take the search bit out of the search and rescue. Okay, let's keep that climb in. Let's switch over to autopilot and we'll couple. Okay. Just keeping an eye on everything. Once you're on autopilot, it sometimes has a tendency to go a little bit haywire and over-talk itself. Right, okay, so on the collective beep trim, I'm just now, see the little green triangle marker on the altitude ribbon. I'm just putting a climb in so that we can get above the hills. Keep that going. Let's have a quick look outside. Keckers, how you doing? Keck it in the chat there. The genius behind the voices and also this special OSM server. No, mate. Right from the get-go. So it ran a random, it generated a random mission, but I then selected a custom mission, so we've had no errors at all. Working an absolute treat. Okay, let me just quickly check it's still behaving itself. It is, that's good. You never quite know. Once you go into outside views, you never quite know what it's going to do. Okay, so we can now give him something to look at. Copilot likes to look at a map. It makes him feel important. There we go. Get that set up there. So we've got our green. Ah, it's doing that again. That's interesting. I've no idea why it does that. Sometimes. There we go. It's working now. Sometimes if I click on the map, it doesn't. And you may get this. That's the only way I'm mentioning it. It doesn't always scroll properly. But then if I click on something on my other screen and come back again, it works absolutely fine. So that red circle is our search area, really. That's where we're going to be coming into and looking for our casualty. Let's get that one up. That's what I was looking for. So all good. Let's get some. Keep that climb in. Wow, a month without flying. You've been too busy getting this server and everything set up. Ada, I've just seen your comment. Yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. Be careful doing that. I don't think it was the last stream, but I think it was the one before. I had it on that chase plane cinematics view, and the aircraft went off into the distance, and it has this habit, if the camera gets too far from the aircraft, it's like everything that you need disconnects, like the autopilot disconnects, and you suddenly find the helicopter is heading towards the ground, which is a bit embarrassing. DVSK1, no, I can't, unfortunately. I don't have any affiliation with High Performance Group. I'm very grateful to them. I purchased the H145 initially, and they saw some of the videos that I've made with it, and when they launched the action pack, they very kindly gave me a copy. So I'm grateful to them for doing that, but I don't have any discount codes or anything like that. The funny thing is that I did it to actually fly the mission. I ended up flying. Yeah. Well, hopefully, mate, now that you've got it all set up, now that you've done all the hard work, you can actually start to enjoy what you've done, because it really is. It's so smooth. It's so quick. And everything seems to work really nicely. Just keeping a little bit of a climb in, just a gentle one. Conditions have definitely improved. It was looking pretty horrible before. That's nice. Yeah, it is a Huey. Why on earth did I doubt myself? Always nice to see other helicopters around. Let's do that, and then we'll have a quick jump outside. There we go. Do a quick roll call while we're up here. There we go. Platy FHPRA. Americo. Trondru, Mike Kilo. just in case there's anyone over on this side. Don't think there is. That's some good formation flying there, Mike Kilo. There you go. So how are we doing? Okay, not looking too bad. Let's increase the speed a bit. I still have to polish the mechanism behind it. I need to reorganize the code and optimize. So I have a lot of problems with people. Oh, okay. So they're donating on the page, but they're not set up on Discord. That's strange. Yeah, because if anyone is actually, if anyone isn't, I said at the beginning, I think there were about 60 API keys left for this. If you are interested in getting involved with it, then head over to the Random and Anywhere Discord, and there's a link to that in the video description down below, and look for Kicker's CICERS OSM mod. There's some pages on it there, and also instructions on how you can get hold of the key that you need to be able to access the server. It's really simple. It really is. It's I probably make it sound a bit convoluted, but it's actually not. You can get set up very, very quickly, and once you are, all those issues with getting error messages all the time kind of go out the window. I wonder how how's my winch view working today? Winch view cam. There we go. That's working all right. There we go. Back to slew. Didn't see you before. Okay. Which one was that one? There's that one. Okay. Yeah, that's when we're on the ground. Sorry. I'm playing with my buttons, with my camera buttons. Been adjusting a couple of things and can't help myself. So, 30 minutes out from the search area. Everything's looking good. Just going to increase the speed a little bit more. We are heading into the high mountains. We crashed for a moment. If you go on the site, it'll tell you at least 5 times to copy and paste this good ID, but I don't know how they miss it. Okay. Can everyone still see the stream? Give me a shout in the. Are you having it? Are you seeing anything going on? I'm just going to quickly check. Okay, so YouTube Studio is telling me that the stream is healthy, and stream status is excellent. No issues. So hopefully all is good. Cool. Thank you, Ada. Okay, is it just you, Keckers, or is anybody else getting freezing? I'm not seeing any signs that it's freezing on this side. You lads freezing in the back, eh? Let me turn the labels off. Okay, cool. Thanks, John Drew. Sounds like it might be something. Yeah, might be something your side with YouTube, Keka. So 10 minutes out. I love these search and rescue missions. It just yeah, there's the beauty of this mod is that you can do there are so many different missions that you can do, and you know, we can do, if you watch the streams this week, we've done some kind of traditional kind of air ambulance stuff, but this kind of search and rescue in the hills is the good old 202 stuff, and it's very immersive. And you know, the queue is actually the search part of it, so we will have to search, and it's very clever because obviously I'm flying the helicopter, so I'm concentrating on that, but my crew also, these chaps, are also going to keep an eye out, as would happen in real life. And normally on a search and rescue mission, the crew spot the casualty first, because of course I'm too busy trying to operate the aircraft in a safe way. But if they see the casualty, they'll shout out, which is always pretty handy. But we do have to do some searching. It's highly unusual to be lucky and just suddenly find. I would join tonight, however, I don't want to wake up the household. Dude, just hit the scramble alarm. Do you know what I mean? Get the family around. Tell them that you're flying the backup Chinook, which is highly critical part of the mission, and I'm sure they'll understand, Aiden. I'm sure they'll understand. You know, we're not playing around here. Who am I kidding? Honestly, grown man on a Wednesday night pretending to fly search and rescue helicopters in his spare room. What is this world coming to? Okay, quick check down here. Everything's good. Nothing on the annunciator panel that we need to worry about. I will, while I remember, we'll turn the landing light off. There we go. Just resetting my head tracking. Do you know what, Aiden? I honestly don't know. What's the time? 9 o'clock. I honestly don't know. I'll see how it goes. By the time we've got the casualty back to whichever hospital it sends us to, we'll see what the time is, and if you know, if I'm not half asleep, and then yawns. If I'm not half asleep, and if you lot aren't
Terrain
bored,
ahead.
if you lot
Terrain
aren't
ahead.
bored, then we can always do another one.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Okay, you can shut up because we can see the terrain. Someone was watching a stream once and they told me off for turning off the, or putting the terrain warning inhibitor on. But you would actually do
500.
that. If you've got good visibility of the terrain and you're flying in terrain like this, and especially if you're flying in a helicopter, that thing's going to be going off all the time, so there's nothing wrong with turning it off or inhibiting it. As long as you keep your peepers open, innit? It's good to be up here again. So, 6 minutes out. Right, you lot. Yeah. Put your iPads away and everything. You need to get your game head on. Get ready to look out the windows. I'm just with the beep trim on the collective, I'm just ever so slightly keeping a climb in, just so as we head into the higher mountains that you can see above, we're already at a reasonable altitude. Okay, let's not take too many risks. How's everything running? Everything's looking good. Marvellous. Okay, 3 minutes out. See our helicopter starting to appear here. Well done, Aidan. Proud of you, boy. Absolutely proud of you. Let's get that backup Chinook in the air and ready to supply tea, medals, anything else that might be required.
We will be first on scene.
I quite fancy a Snickers bar. So, first on scene is no great surprise because we've been called out to do search and rescue. So that's kind of our job.
$500.
Okay. So, off with the autopilot. Just coming back on the speed a little bit.
I set a possible hospital destination for our patient. Infos are available on tablet. We can confirm or change later.
Good old doctor, that is forward planning. Okay, so I just saw your message. Just a thought, mate. It wouldn't be because of the, and I don't know, I'm not a technical person, it wouldn't be because of the OSM server, would it? Could that somehow be, it's on the same network? Okay, so we're now in the search radius. What I'm going to do is we're going to fly to the last known position because that seems to make sense. In the meantime, having a bit of a look out. But yeah, we'll fly to the last known location and then we'll start doing a search pattern. If anyone sees anything, shout in the chat. You could be part of the crew. Okay, this is the last known position. So what I'm going to do is we'll fly down to the end of that loch. Kind of do like a petal pattern, I think. Let's just come back on the, don't want to go too fast because we need enough time to have a look. But sometimes it's kind of looking at the obvious places where someone might be. Yeah, Keck, is the lag. I've no idea, as I say, I'm not a technical person, but okay, that's fair enough. Is that rocks? Yeah. So we'll just fly along the loch. See See if we see anything. Need to keep the speed relatively low. One of the great things about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, of course, is because of the rocks and everything. You see a funny shaped rock sometimes, and you think, "Oh, that's the casualty." Okay, so we're just coming up to the end here, and we've not seen anything. So he's not here. So I think, yeah. I'm going to rack it round here. Try not to bang into anybody. Come over the top of him. And let's take a look up here. So pulling some pitch. Oh, what's that? Is that another rock? Yeah, just a rock. You see what I mean about the searching thing. There is no quick, easy fix. You can adjust in the customization. Remember, this is a custom mission that we're running here. This could just have easily been chucked at us as a random mission. But one of the things you can do is you can adjust the size of where the casualty could be placed. So if we wanted to, we could select a smaller area to search, or we could select a larger one. It's amazing how much customization is in there. If you've not got a lot of time and you don't want to be, you don't want to spend 3 hours searching an area, don't worry, it's not going to take us that long. Then you can opt to do that. Okay. So we'll fly over this way now. And you can see why it really helps having the capability of the crew to be able to look out as well. One of the tricky things about doing this is the in an environment like this, you don't necessarily how to describe this, you don't necessarily know how big a human being is on that hill, because I've got nothing to reference it to. And sometimes you can be looking for what you think is a certain size of a human being, and then you realise actually they're a lot smaller. So that's always a bit tricky. What they do in real life sometimes is that they'll actually look at if there's mountain rescue on the scene, or hikers or something like that. They can see them, and it gives them a reference in terms of, okay, well, that's how big a human body looks on the side of this hill. What's that? Okay, that's another rock. So we're just coming to the edge of the circle. I'm going to come round, and then we're going to kind of draw another petal pattern. Just come over to this side. lot of detail on there, and I oh, hang on. No. They sometimes have like a bright yellow bag or something with them, and I thought I saw it then. That's a shame, Kickers. Cheers. Take care, mate. And thanks again for sorting out this fantastic server. That was interesting. We caught a bit of turbulence then, and the helicopter started acting a little bit funny. This hiker has definitely got themselves properly lost.
$500.
Don't worry. Oi, look out the window. Don't look at me. Honestly, where do they get these crews from? There's Loch Morlich in the distance. Okay. Picked up a little bit too much speed. Let's come back. Rack it round. Quite a lot of ski lifts and ski runs up.
500.
This neck of the woods. That's Cairngorm Mountain there, famous ski resort. Okay, not seeing anything here. So let's come over this way. See if there's anything going on up here. Okay, so I'm going to do something slightly different now. I'm going to head over to this side.
$500.
Just need to watch the speed there. Get a little bit too fast. doing this sort of thing. I suppose if this was a documentary, there'd be some kind of dramatic music going on now, wouldn't there? As we search. Let's have a look in this. Nothing round here, is there? Okay. This is the point where I start to go on hunches. I've kind of done a methodical, slightly methodical flower pattern petal. Flower pattern petal? What are you talking about, boy? Flower pattern petal. Flower petal pattern. But I'm just sensing that over there, we haven't really covered much of that area, so let's go and have a look. They're up here somewhere. How are we off for fuel? Fuel's good. Nothing over here, is there? Has it gone down in that ravine? No. Okay, let's rack it round. And head up here. Seeing nobody. Okay, just come over the crest here. And can we see anything? No. Okay, let's come and have a look down here. Check out this valley. This is a very sneaky hiker indeed. Does not want to be found. Okay, we're coming up on a point that we've already flown over, so just before we get to that, I will head back. That is right, Carl Slaymaker, exactly. Okay, let's have a look up here. What's the speed? Speed's okay. Such a shame the guys flying with me can't see the mission assets, because that would certainly save some time, wouldn't it? And be rather cool if we were all searching for the same thing. Thought I saw something then. Clearly not. Aidan, you know what you were saying about how late was I going to be streaming? Well, this could be a late one. No. Okay. Let's just pop over the ridge here. We'll just check the other side of this hill, just in case he's hiding. No. Okay, so I have an idea. Very much relying on my crew to look out as well while I'm doing some of this. Flown along here. This time I'm going to scoot over that way. So we'll fly across the loch. Keep some of that height because we've already come this way, and we're just going to go over that way. I actually just pointed then, like you can see what I'm pointing at. Dumbass. I sense disturbance in the force.
500.
Not you, love. Seriously, if anybody does see anything, do shout out. I know there's a bit of a lag between the stream and or me, what I'm doing and what you're seeing in the stream, but yeah. Just going to pop over the top here.
$500.
Okay, doesn't look like there's anything this side. Thank you, Aidan. Always good to have the backup Chinook up there. You can fit a lot more pairs of eyes in the Chinook than you can in my little H145. If only. Okay. Come into this quarry, see if there's anything here. Just the ski lift. That's the ptarmigan restaurant up at the well, it's not quite at the top of Cairngorm, that's the summit. Oh, be careful. But he's probably in there having a brew. Oh, hello. We've looked at all the obvious places. And this is probably the longest I've had to search for, which makes it quite interesting. But we're in very hilly country, so there's always the chance that he's just on the other side of a ridge or something like that. We could be, or we could have been quite close. I think I'm going to fly to down here, and then we'll fly along the length of this valley. Seems like an obvious place, doesn't it? Let's lose some of that height. Something's caught my eye there, but I think it's just terrain. I don't think it's anything significant. Yeah, just a bit funny terrain. That's a shame. Hang on a minute. Is that another rock? Yeah, nothing there, just rocks. So we'll just carry on up this valley, just on the off chance. How's fuel? Fuel's okay. Where is he? Now this is the kind of terrain where it might be harder to spot someone. Let's just have a look up here. Some pitch, go up in the elevator, it certainly is Sky Mega. I've got live weather, but I haven't got live time, because obviously it would be a little bit dark. There's a little bothy. Okay, just come up over the top of this peak, and then we'll head over in the other direction. But we've certainly covered a lot of the ground now. You can see from the green lines on the tablet map there. So we'll go over that way. There's an area just on the side of this hill over here, which would be quite cool because that means doing some winching. Always happy to get a bit of winch practice in. And then I think what we'll probably do, I might just continue. So I'm conscious of the fact there's only so much time you want to spend watching me flying around in circles. But oh,
I believe we found
500.
something. Check on tablet.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
9 o'clock.
okay, that's interesting. We would normally get an indicator on the tablet, but we're
5
not.
o'clock.
we'd normally get like a little target marker showing what they were looking at. So I'm going to head... We've got a landing spot. That's new. I wonder if it's part of the latest update. Let's see what we've got. I wonder if it's that green circle. Just zoom that in a bit. Yeah, so that green circle must be replacing the old crosshairs that you used to get. Where is he? Need to get visual with him. And then we can assess whether we're going to land or winch.
Target is in front of us.
Okay, there's the target marker coming up now. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. So the target so they saw him when we were outside of the normal parameters for the target marker. Okay. I'm still not visual with him.
Yes, confirmed. We found our target.
Okay, let's see what... So we're pretty much overhead. Just passing over now. So I'm just going to stabilize everything. Let's do a slow rotation and see if I can see him outside the side of the cab, because it is rather important that I can see him as well. But like I was saying before, it's hard to know what size object you're looking for. Yep, I'm not seeing, and also, okay,
We are reasonably close.
I've got an idea. Let's back up. I have had a situation before where the casualty was actually buried under the mesh, and they only appeared when I just landed nearby and my crew went in and got them. But I am just going to check. I think we're probably going to hoist from here.
Watch out! Reduce collective!
Okay.
Now!
We've got control back. There we go. Had a slight problem there with vortex sting. Yeah, exactly. Because I was reversing and reducing height rather rapidly. Too busy looking out for this hiker. Okay, let's go back in. I want to say that almost felt like a downdraft, but I don't think it was. Okay, I think I can see... Right, am I seeing the yellow bag now? I think I am. Yeah, I'm seeing the yellow bag. Okay.
We are reasonably close.
Get the click spot.
Rear crew,
There we
prepare
go.
for hoist operations.
Opening door, preparing for hoist operations. Hoist boom extended.
So I can see the yellow bag, but I can't see the casualty at the moment.
50 meters.
There's the yellow bag.
Position is good. Height is good. Hold position.
Okay. Come on, hover. Come on. Okay.
Operator is getting hooked. Hold position.
Don't trust you. So I just put the helicopter into hover mode, autopilot hover mode.
Hoist is running down.
It decided to fly off. Don't run him down yet, mate. Yeah, it started running us into the mountain. Let's see.
50 meters. We are reasonably close. Set hover appropriately.
There we go. So that's now in hover mode. Just checking the behaviour. I don't know if it's okay, that's a bit more stable. So I'm just going to use
Personnel on ground and disconnected. Hoist is running up.
That was quick. There's the hoist coming up. There's our guy down on the ground. Okay. Let's just stabilise that. I can only imagine it must be turbulence or something, but the helicopter's certainly a bit
We are
jittery
too
up here.
high. We are too high. We are too high. Hold position.
Okay. And we're stable. Are we stable? Yep.
Dock is getting hooked. Hoist is running down. Medic on ground, disconnected. Hoist is running up.
Come on
Hoist
then,
is
lads.
clear. Hook is in. Hook boom is retracted. You are free to leave hover.
Okay, so at this stage we normally would, but I'm just going to just see where our guys go. You can see what I was talking about mesh before. Sometimes it acts a bit funny, but this is there's our yellow bag. So where is, oh, there's the casualty. There we go. Well, there you go. If you're going to come up into the mountains in your PJs and go hiking, you're asking for trouble. Okay, so they are going to work on the patient. Information from doctor, estimated ground operation time is 3 minutes. We got 71 years old male, amputated hand, ouch, that's all good. So he's telling us to go away now, so let's so we'll come out of there and we'll just move away from the scene, give them some space. Let's go and have a look at the loch, why not? Why not while we're up here? Chinook, how you doing?
We are too far.
Patient life signs are fading.
Oh, code 1. Code 1 is about as serious as it gets. That's interesting. The fact that he just said we are too far, I wonder if that means they're getting ready to hoist. So I'll just come back a little bit closer. Normally you get a message at the bottom saying that they're ready to hoist. Was it a good slept in Chinook or a bad slept in, as in bad because you've got to go to work? It's been a long time since I've slept in to go to work, but what a horrible feeling. There we go, so it's just now saying ground operation completed, get back to hoist point, so that's where we're going to go. Just ease ourselves in. We
are too far. We are too high.
I know. I'm not there yet. It's amazing how the slope of the hill is deceptive when you're trying to fly a helicopter. You kind of have to use the instruments. Okay, so let's
50 meters.
lock that in there.
Hold position. Height is good. Hold position. Hoist setup is progressing, and we're close to completion. Set hover conditions.
Okay, I'm just going to scoot it along a little bit.
Height is good.
Okay.
Hold position. Hoist 3 to helicopter.
There you go. You can see our guy just... Oh, let's get under the blades. That's a bit too close to the blades.
Hoist 1 plus stretcher to helicopter. Opening door, preparing for hoist operations. Hoist boom extended. Hoist is running down. Hoist on ground. Personnel is getting hooked. Hoist is running up.
Blimey, I'm sorry to hear that, Chinook. I really am. I hope you got something in the pipeline, mate. There's a lot of that around.
Hoist is up. Personnel is strapped in. Height is good. Cabin secured, ready to fly. Hoist is running down.
Okay, let's get ready to do our pilot thing. So we are going to go to, there we go, accepting the hospital. Forest Hill Health Camp. Oh, okay, so that's
Hoist on ground.
that's
Personnel
Aberdeen.
is getting hooked.
So it's taking us to Aberdeen again.
Hoist is running up.
Just getting the paramedic up. Just checking everything. Fuel is good. No issues here. Let's get the VMS page up while we're doing this. There's the patient. Aren't you lucky the Royal Air Force has come and got you?
Hoist is up. Personnel is strapped in.
Okay, just need that door to close. Get the load
Hook is
master
in.
sorting out. There
Hook
we go.
boom is retracted. You are free to leave hover.
Okay, so cyclic trim release on. Take off the autopilot. Wind is coming from here, so I'm just going to avoid
20.
the viewing. Fly across the valley and get some height and speed. And then we can turn back to the direction that we need to go in. Just a gentle turn while we've pulling a lot of pitch to get the height, so don't want to overdo it. Yeah, we're all here, all the gang. Okay, let's, and couple, watch the speed, see those red marks coming down, that's always a bit scary. give us a little bit more height, just to get us over the top of this big one. So we are 25 minutes from Aberdeen to the hospital. We can now check on our patient status. So 71 years, male, unconscious, we know that. Waiting for information about rescue vehicles presence, there weren't any. Patient condition is critical, code 1. The vital signs are fading, so that's not good. So what I'm going to do is we'll get the medical diagnostic page. This is quite handy because it gives us an idea of where we're at. And the condition of the patient changes. Now that he's on board our helicopter and he's got a doctor looking after him, we would like to think that the condition of the patient will get better. And this is where this life score comes in here. So 0 means they're brown bread and 100 means why are you wasting our time. So 27 is definitely on the lower end of the scale. They're code 1, which means immediate risk of death. When we arrived, they were unconscious, which is a bad sign, and you can see we've got a very low heart rate, and the oxygen saturation level is a little bit on the low side as well, really. So that's the number to watch, 27. If that starts to tail off, then we know that we've got a problem. So I'm just going to gently try and give us a bit more speed. You can see those red markers are just itching to throw us into an overtalk. You don't you dare, you stay there. On autopilot, this simulation is so sensitive to with power changes that the autopilot is making. There you go, you see that, whoa, those red markers coming down there. Probably a gust of wind, something as simple as that, and it decided to pull some more power and was about to send us into overtalk. Stunken. Hello, how you doing? No idea how to pronounce that, but it's good to have you here, mate. That lovely Huey. So yeah, Wednesday, thank heavens for that. We are getting closer to the weekend. Slowly but surely. By the way, I don't know the last time we did it, but we do have a Discord, and seeing as I'm on autopilot, I can do this. I will just type it in, and Streamlabs should do the rest. It's actually turned out really nice. I thought when I loaded in at Lossie earlier and started setting the stream up, the weather looked awful. And I thought, wow, this is going to be really grey and horrible. But it's turned out nice. Hi, big in hi all, big in H. Oh, okay, big in H. Just had a great flight at a very busy Duxford. Nice, yeah, Duxford's really busy these days, isn't it? It's nice to see people are really using it. Good to see another 202 H145. That wasn't me yawning. Muzzy, you flew a 777 around San Francisco. A bit different from the Tiger Moth. Too right. Too right. I'm still undecided whether to get that Phenom 300. I think it's a really nice looking aircraft. And FS Reborn is known for doing some really good stuff, but I'm just not sure if I'd get much use out of it. But it does look good. Dovsk 1. I'm still have problems community folder selection and installation on H145. Are you having a problem finding where your community folder is? Hey Raymond, good to see you. Yeah, there's loads of streams doing this sort of stuff now. I don't know, I can't remember when I started doing this, but it feels like a few years ago. Oh yeah. Sorry, God, yawning again. It must be a work day. And there was me thinking I was going to go until the small hours. Where's a can of Red Bull when you need one? So, 17 minutes out, which isn't long in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it's funny, Woody. It's a good point. I've got absolutely no interest at all in the vintage jets. I know people say that the Vulcan is really cool, and it sounds great, but I've got no interest in flying it or the Hunter, to be honest. I love the vintage warbirds, you know, the P-51 and the Spitfire, but the jets, not that interested in. I actually got the Jaguar, and I still haven't flown it. I bought it, looked at it on the ground. I bought it really because they were up at Lossie when I lived there, and never flew the damn thing, but I need to, that's for sure. Thank you, Jackson, that's very kind of you. I think, was that you, Aiden? Hang on a minute, hang on a cotton picking minute. I know what the thing is here. The problem with the Chinook. Okay, I've lost you. The problem with the Chinook is you only see it. You only see the model of the helicopter when it's really close. Otherwise, you just kind of got a flying interior, and that's what I think I might have just seen before. But I can't see you now. Yeah, not seeing you. What's the score? Okay, so life score's now 28, so at least it's moving in the right direction. Yeah, I saw the bird strikes, Muzzy. I thought it was quite interesting. FS Reborn has obviously put some extras into it, haven't they? But yeah, I just don't know. Kind of flying jets on autopilot for long distances doesn't really appeal to me too much, and that's the only thing that's really kind of stopping me. Just not knowing what I would do with it. Yeah, I've heard good things about the site. People were talking about the citation in the Discord earlier on. Just putting a gentle descent in, nothing too heavy. Always makes me laugh. I've got co-pilot cat on a chair next to me, and she always just sleeps through these streams. She doesn't question why I'm sitting here on my own talking incessantly. She's obviously just gotten used to it now. Yeah, though, Trondra, I've heard some really good things about the Jag. I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever about the quality. Yeah, I need to, at some point I might have the time to, you know, learn the ropes with it, get to know it. So we're just coming up on some clouds, so I'm going to just duck underneath that. Oh, this is actually a good time to let's have a look. Turn the weather radar on. Just keep that descent in so that we hopefully pop under the cloud. Okay, life score's back to 27. So it's moved in the wrong direction now. This is what I really love about this mod. It's so clever. It's not a case of fly to point A, then fly to point B. Things are happening all the time. Just keeping that descent in. So we slip under the cloud here. "11 minutes out. Life score seems to be stable at 27. And heart rate hasn't changed a great deal, has it? Now you see it says patient John Doe, fictional. Reason we haven't got a name is because he's not conscious. He's not conscious, so that he can't tell us what his name is. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean, Woody. I almost wish that because I've seen the Vulcan and I've heard the Vulcan in the sim, and it sounds amazing. And sometimes I just think, oh, to hell with it, just go and get it. But yeah, I'm just not sure what I do with it. I get really limited sim time, and I can imagine I'd probably buy it, fly it a couple of times, think it's amazing, and then not fly it again. You're absolutely right, Raymond. Absolutely right. Just keeping that descent in still, just to get us under this cloud. Nine minutes out. Quite a nice little landing pad at Aberdeen. Has got some tall buildings there, but there's a reasonable amount of space to manoeuvre. Life score still at 27. Funny, when you're up at this height it feels like you're flying so slowly compared to bombing around at low level. We do, Trondra. It's so true. There's some really good stuff out there, isn't there? Some really good stuff. Oh, how you doing? Good to see you. How you doing, co-pilot? Well done, lad. Well done. How are we doing in the back? Happy? Yep. There's Doc, looking cool, as always. No, Muzzy. Do you know what? I've never been to Lucas. Never been. I think it was Phantoms when I was living in this neck of the woods. What was that? Elf Luck. What version of what build of the H145 in the action pack are you using? You'll see that in the Hype Operations Center. Okay, 6 minutes out. Life score 27. It certainly is. Here we got a ground speed of 114 knots. Okay, so now that we are clear of the lumpy bumpies, I'm going to input a descent. And we can start descending down towards the hospital. Okay, Alfluck, that's your problem. So you need to go to the Hype Performance Group Discord, and you need to download build 500. So go to the Hype Performance Group Discord, go to the H145 discussions, and then go to the pinned messages in H145 discussions and look for build 500 download, and then once you get that in, everything will work for you. Life score is still 27, so we're good. Five minutes out. This map over here, I've noticed, is almost useless at the moment. It's doing very strange things. If you look at, you see how the map seems to be almost like at a much lower altitude to the points that are on it. So as you move it around, it's doing that, which is clearly wrong. I wonder if it's just that particular type. What if we... No, that's the same. And satellite, that's the same as well. So yeah, some really strange things going on with that map at the moment. This is the difficulty in a way with the H145. It hasn't been updated in a long time. Build 500 is, I think it's over a year old now, and all it takes is a Sobo to make some changes in the sim, and it can break things. And at the moment, that's the only thing I can see that is really of any kind of significance. Yeah, unfortunate and a bit of a pain in the derriere. 3 minutes out. God, it's time for a slurp of coffee, I think. Here's me saying I need a Red Bull, and I've got a cup of coffee gone cold. I'll drink anything at this stage. There's Aberdeen, the Granite City. I like weather like this is actually quite cool, where you get these clouds, because you get the contrast on the ground, you get that nice shadow from the clouds, and you get some really nice looking moody lighting. It does look incredibly realistic, the sim. Sometimes it helps having the old Rex Atmos running, but yeah. Let's have a quick look outside. Okay, let's jump in. Need to start concentrating now. So we're 2 minutes out. So at this stage I'm going to take the autopilot off. Got a little bit of a descent in. And also just start coming back on the speed a little bit.
2 nautical miles from the hospital.
That is a dark cloud we're under, isn't it? So I can see the hospital building. I've been here enough times now that I can recognise it. Wind is coming from behind us, so we're going to have to fly past the hospital and then come in from the other direction, which is actually kind of cool because there's less obstacles coming in that way. So quite happy with that. Going to kill the tablet just so we've got better viz. There's our hospital kind of there in the middle of the screen now, that kind of quite modern looking building.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
So we'll just head out this way a little bit and then swing back round into wind. Here it is. See the helipad there.
$500.
So heading nicely into wind now, not particularly strong wind.
your crew. Prepare for ground operations.
Okay, we'll just scoot forward a little bit. And we're down. Okay, engines to idle. Oh, we have got
Helicopter in position. Rear
We
crew,
have
you are
got
clear to start
an
operations.
armchair flying instructor with us, Raymond Martin. Why would you hate to be the mechanic that works on the helicopter that I'm flying right now? There's always one. Go on.
Patient has been deported to the hospital and is safe.
There we go. So let's just jump back in there. Right, so you know the drill. If you've seen the streams before, what happens now is that the medical crew are going to go off into the hospital, and our doctor, who's just there, he goes, our doctor, and quite often also the paramedic. Where's he gone? Might just be the doc today. He's going to go in and he's going to do the handover with the medical crew, go to whoever's running the A&E today, and you know, say we found him, this is the state he was in, this is what drugs we gave him, here's all the stats and all that sort of stuff, and that's simulated in the mod, which is pretty cool. So Raymond Martin, flight time always wears on certain parts of the engine. That's correct, but what's that got to do with what we're doing now? I don't understand. You said I'd hate to be the mechanic that works on the heli you're flying right now, and then you're saying flight time always wears on certain parts of the engine. That is true. I think we all know that. Okay. So yeah, they're going off. So what I would normally do now, if I wasn't streaming, we'd close the engines down, I'd go off, I'd make a cup of tea, I'd come back, and then they would have done the paperwork by then, and then we would load the dock back on board, and then we could head off and we'd go back to Lossie. And when we got back to Lossie, we'd meet the engineer, and then the engineer, you know this if you've watched the stream or if you use the mod, the engineer tells you if you've done anything that has caused damage to the aircraft, like overtalk or anything like that. But as it is now 10:30 here in the good old UK, and I've taken up enough of your Wednesday evening, we will call it a night with the stream. So I'm going to press the skip paperwork button, which means that we're not waiting for the guys to do the paperwork. We can get him back on board, and then we can close the mission at this stage, and then we are all good to go. Come on, lads.
Cabin secured, ready to
There
fly.
we go. So we'll end mission. Come on, there we go. That's all good, that's fine. Submit report, and we are good to go. Everything's finished. Good stuff. Well, anyway, look, thank you ever so much for all the people. Hang on a minute, what's that? Raymond's back. When it comes time to service it, I'm really not understanding, Raymond. I'm really not understanding. So you've said you'd hate to be the mechanic that works on the helicopter that I'm flying. Then you've said flight time always wears on certain parts of the engine, which we know. And then you've said when it comes time to service it. So really not sure what... you obviously think you've spotted something that I've done wrong, but I'm not sure what it is you think I've done wrong. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but yeah, I'm not sure I understand. Sorry, Ada, I've just realised your parking job. Is that you up on the roof there? Are you raiding the? I was going to say tuck shop. Good God, it's hospital. Are you raiding the shop in there by any chance? Anyway, yes. Thank you ever so much to everyone that's joined. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks to the guys that joined in helicopters. I know you can't see the mission assets, but you know, I always hope that you get to see some interesting places maybe, and get to do some flying, and at the end of the day we never really know where we're going to end up, and it's always an absolute pleasure having company in the air. And as I said, thank you to you guys for watching. We do have a Discord. I am just going to put that back in the old chatteroo. There we go. We do have Discord, really great community. Discord's only as good as the community that are in it. I'm very lucky, there's some really nice people. And we have a helicopter section, a warbird section, and we also have a general aviation section, just a general chat section as well. I mean, there's all sorts. And every now and again we actually do organised group flights. These are a little bit kind of ad hoc flights when we're streaming, but it's always good fun. What was that? Rob Brown, first time joining a flight and loved it, using my H145. Shame the London Air Ambulance livery didn't show. Yeah, if I haven't got it. Hello, what we got going on here? Where's the... Did I turn the... Yeah, I did. Woody Witt in the U16. Look at that. That's a nice sight. Yeah, I've completely lost track of what I was saying now because I got distracted by that. But yeah, it's always good to have everyone along, and there's plenty of these on the channel if you want to go back and watch some more. But in the meantime, enough of my waffle. It's bedtime. I'm tired. I'm starting to make no sense whatsoever with what is coming out my mouth. So I wish you a good night, and I look forward to seeing you on the channel again soon. Take care. Bye bye.